the first lady now, Jill Biden, tweeted a video of this dance troupe from New York showing off all of the different White House decorations in all of the different rooms. Because normally I think they put the tree in what, like the blue room? It's a big, they put the big giant tree in the blue room. And the way that we talked about this last week, was it last week or the week before, when all the decorations went up? And they said what was the theme? It was something completely discombobulated. It's candy and magic and wonder. That's the theme. That's so dumb. Juan is showing the people on the simulcast. So they're tap dancing a version of the Nutcracker through the White House. And there's a guy with a flower on his head coming on. There's this weird dude. And it's, first off, I'm going to turn into a purist. The Nutcracker, nay, 'tis not tapped. And then it's this chick in a blue dress, and she just looks like I've used a meme of this woman she's going to be my response today for everything. And then these people that are dressed up, I guess one is supposed to be the flower petal, one is supposed to be the Nutcracker, one is the toy soldier. I don't know who the Sugar Plum Fairy is, but these people are tap dancing all through. It's just a little cringe. I don't mind the showing off the decorations. I don't like the fact Nutcracker's not tap. I don't dislike tap. For crying out loud, I did workshop with Savion Glover, so stop. I don't mind it, but it's just why. I think I'm bitter because of all the flack that Melania Trump got. I hate the guy with the pedal on his head. I want to hurt him. I want to push him over. He's in these high waters and his block taps with this multicolored suit on, and he's got a flower on his head. And then we got this one chick dancing with a candy cane. Okay, we get it. Go ahead and mark up the floor there. We're going to have to clean up the floor after you tapped all over. I can't deal. Am I being too bitter? Kane, will you talk to me for a minute? I'm still being so bitter about this because I'm going to be real. Every White House Christmas was so basic. And Melania Trump came in. And I just liked her decorations. And they tried to go at her because she had this one soundbite. It was like during a catastrophe. It was like some kind of foreign policy catastrophe. And she was saying nobody cares about Christmas decorations right now. And everyone tried to make it out like, Juan is isolating this picture. Everybody tried to make it out like that she didn't care about Christmas. When in fact, she was talking about, can we focus on more serious things? Juan, throw that out there because this is going to be my face to everything for the rest of the year. If you're watching the simulcast, it's just this lady. The way she has her head tilted, it's tilted back perfectly to where she looks like she's Danny DeVito bald. And I guess that's supposed to be a face of wonderment. But if Shriek had a face, it would be hers. And I don't know. It was just kind of cringe. But anyway, Melania Trump comes in. And she had these really cool red Christmas trees. It was goth as all get out, man. As a maximalist, I totally dug it. And then they trashed her. They said, oh my gosh, her decorations are so kooky and none more than this. This is stuff of nightmares. It's just cringe. It's basic. Oh my gosh, you put out peppermints for Christmas? So original. Can I just indulge me? I've been so cool about this, you guys. Now I can't be. Look, we're going to make our theme wonder and magic and candy. That is so stupid. That's so stupid. What is that about? That's not what Christmas is about. Are you afraid to say it's about Jesus because somebody who loves Hamas is going to come and try to behead you? I don't know. What do you mean magic and candy and wonder? All you can eat is cheap candy because it's magic that you got it in the first place and you're in wonderment at how bad Bidenomics is working? Is that how this goes? And the dancing. The guy with the pedal on his head, man, I'm not going to get over that. If I was in the dating pool, if I wasn't happily married, and I found out that anybody I dated had dressed up like that and danced like that in a video, I would drop them like that. Boom. Be like, no, I'm sorry. This cannot go forward. This is done. I don't care if there was a year put into it. Done. Can't do it. It's over. No man should be walking around in that kind of suit with a flower on their head simultaneously. And you're wearing those shoes with no socks. Those are block taps. You're wearing those with no socks. That's so nasty. I can see your ankle hair. That's so gross. Nobody wants to be seeing that. Shave it. It's gross. I did say that. Yeah, do it. I'm just real picky about this, and I got issues, man. So I'm a little bitter because I felt as though Melania Trump's decorations were really good, and she got a lot of garbage for it, and she shouldn't have. She didn't deserve getting a lot of garbage for it. And they were, I think perhaps my favorite. I can't even tell you what Laura Bush's decorations were. Can you? I didn't even know what her decorations were. What were her decorations? Nobody knows. It's just gonna. There's nothing wrong with a Christmas poinsettia, Dana says, as she has 2 poinsettias at the radio party later tomorrow. So don't be. You're not going to see them, huh?
I think they're great.
Yeah, they are great. They're poisonous to animals too. Don't let your dog eat them.
That might be
But the peppermint stuff and like the big giant plastic candy canes. How much you want to bet that most of that stuff was made in China? That they had festooned around everywhere. Just saying. So that came out. It just seems a little tone deaf, especially after the hostages thing. It seems a little tone deaf. Am I right? Am I being too bratty? Please let me know. This has been pent up for a week.
I have empathy. I mean, we do the politic thing every day, and this, it all seems like it's a show. And then you go and you see this, and it's like, it confirms it. It's all a show.
You know what would have been really good? You know what their theme should have been? It should have been Oliver Twist. Or, better yet, no. It should have been Tiny Tim from Scrooge. That's what their theme should have been. Not Scrooge, not Scrooge itself, but just Tiny Tim. That's what their theme should have been. Because that's what they're making everybody feel like across the country. What a stretch, Dana. But it's true. Think of it. Your grocery bill is like almost $100 more expensive now than it was. It's so much more expensive. I'm already doing like when I was sitting down doing the Christmas menu and all of this stuff and what we're gonna smoke and what I'm gonna prepare because I always keep notebooks of all my menus that I make. I am mentally 110. I keep a notebook of it's a binder actually of all of my past like menus and stuff because I'd like to, if this worked, I just want to be able to do it and not think about it, pull it out, boom, it's done. And it's less stress on me so I can actually enjoy time with my family. And I know what works, what doesn't, and I keep track of all of it. And sometimes I'll mark prices of like bigger items, especially if we're having like if we're feeding a lot of people, I'll put like, a mark of, how much this was, and I'll probably put the year with it. Dude, it's so much more expensive this year. It is so much more expensive. It's been more expensive the past several years, but particularly this year. Anyone who's telling you, like when I see them get up there with Bidenomics and they're telling you that everything is so much more affordable, where are they getting their groceries is what I would like to know. Where are they shopping? Because their policies have turned Aldi into Whole Foods for prices. Now, I'm not knocking Aldi. There's some deals to be had at Aldi. Aldi's not bad, but I'm talking about prices. They have turned Aldi into Whole Foods. Now, that's not sustainable for most Americans. That is not sustainable for most Americans. I don't like to talk about charitable stuff that we do because I'm very Book of Matthew about it, and I just feel like it looks cringe, and it's not why we do it. And I get embarrassed even talking about it. But we... just to illustrate the prices and the difficulty people are having as a result of this, we always, like whether it's through our church or through different food pantries, we always adopt families for gifts and dinner and all of that stuff every year. And there are so many more families. And they actually did have a drop off with one of the groups that we work with, particularly for the groceries aspect of it. Because prices had got so much more expensive, it actually, through inflation, it curtailed their ability to be charitable. Now, this is a very interesting catch-22 with the policies that this administration has, especially at this time of the year. Because one of the things that people undertake, and not just at, around the Christmas season, but really all the time, is the caring of others and the stewardship of other people through the means that they have been blessed with. And that is spiritual edification. It's everyone should have the ability to do a good turn because there is spiritual edification that comes from that. And when your economic policies, which are directly driving prices, when that has cut people's budgets in half and reduced their ability to do both things, you are reducing their ability to pursue spiritual edification by sponsoring another family's meal, buying their kids Christmas presents, doing all of these things. It is this is the spiritual dark side of communism and statism. And I was talking with an email with a group that we donate to before, and we work with them for the meals for families. And they said, yeah, they had some more families that signed up, but they said the thing that really got them was that they had fewer people who were able to come together. Middle class people. These aren't just like rich people that do this. This is like people of every socioeconomic status that do this. But they said that they had fewer people doing it because there are a lot of middle class, regular, average, everyday middle class folks that out of the goodness of their heart are doing a good turn to their fellow man. And their ability to do so has been greatly impacted by the economic policies of this administration. And I was thinking about this. This is all happening yesterday. And I'm like going back and forth in email. And I'm like, out of all the bah humbug things, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. And that was just, I knew it, but to have it elucidated, to have that articulated in such a way by someone who works with these families every single day, it was a new level of realization.